Thank you for tuning in to the Hydraulic Press channel. Today we are doing the no solder adapters. What is that? Wrong channel? Oh, thank you for tuning in to Holmes Hobbies. Today we are going to talk about the no solder JST adapters. So today I am announcing a product that is really not new. I've been making these for myself for a really long time, and for some reason I just never considered making them in bulk for customers. And what that is a Dean's plug, or XT60 in this case, that is back to back with JST plugs attached to them. Let me grab an ESC just to show you why this is handy. Normally, you have this ESC with wires and the fan still on it and all of this stuff. And if you're going to use a direct power servo or winch or a light kit or something like that, you'll need a JST adapter coming off of it. A few rigs in the market now come with these ready to run coming off their ESCs, but if you get an aftermarket ESC, you'll have to replace it to still keep the functionality of your lights or your winch or your direct power servo or whatever the case may be. Normally, what we would do, and you can have this as an option from our website directly, is we would solder in the JST plugs on the back side of the XT60. Why don't we just get one out here and show you? Normally, we would solder it in like this, and you've seen me do this on videos if you've watched in the past when I would set up a new ESC for myself, and it would be, you know, something like that. Wires coming out, and now you have power. But not everybody can solder. And in the past, we have had other companies that have offered these power tap adapters that come out of the balance tap of our battery. It's just bad electronics, especially for direct power servos, because when you plug in your servo to the receiver first, sometimes it'll get enough voltage to kind of like half boot it up. And then when you plug it in to the battery, it gets power and we can have shoot through, and about between 5 and 7 times out of 1,000 plug-ins, it fails. So it's just a bad idea, and these are designed to boot up at the same time or have the radio boot up second. So the fix for that, if you don't want to solder, instead of using the balance tap on there, is to have an inline plug that when you plug it in, everything boots up at once, and then you can turn on your power switch and then the radio boots up if you're powering the radio through your ESC like this. Or, you know, it can be direct soldered and you do the same thing. So either way, when you plug it in, it gets power. This gets around the need to solder. So it stays plugged into your ESC at all times, and then your battery unplugs and plugs in from here. And this gives you the ability to have some extra power taps coming off without the need to solder on there. And it also does not endanger your direct power servos or winches, which is really the big part of that, is that you need to have a boot up sequence that is safe for the electronics. They are designed to be a certain way, and this gets around it. It is not a risk to have this plugged into the battery other than it being drained slowly from your servo or your light kit or whatever else might be plugged into this. So we would have this installed into the rig, just like so. This would be plugged into your radio. This would be plugged into your radio. This other lead, the power lead, would be plugged into it just like so. And then, as you can see, I have made a mess of wires just like in my rigs every day. And then we plug in the battery right there. Easy as pie. At least I think so. But if you do have any questions about how it works or some of the upsides or downsides to the different ways of powering things, then let me know in the comments. I would love to help you with electrics, because that is honestly what I'm good at this point. I've been doing it for enough time that I might just be able to help you out. So I do thank you for tuning in. And once again, if you do have any questions, leave them down below and I'll do my best to get to them. And in the meantime, happy trailing.